In many ways, extreme sports athletes are like the closest thing that we have to real life superheroes. If you've ever watched the X Games or like Point Break, or if you've ever played Tony Hawk Pro Skater, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm Guapo Jim, and today we're going to be talking about Action Man and why this extreme Saturday morning cartoon is a true hidden gem. And now a word from today's sponsor, me. If you're watching this video right now, this is a super new channel. I'm out here, I'm on my grind, trying to make things work. If you like this video, I'm gonna need you to like this video, subscribe, comment, share, the whole deal. It's the 5-star general. I'm obviously in a new space. All support is super appreciated. With that out of the way, let's get back to Action Man. So, for those of you who don't know or are too young to remember, Action Man is a 2000 CGI cartoon based off of the Hasbro toy line of the same name. I don't know if it's such a thing anymore just because of the advent of streaming, but low-key, so many classic television shows, especially cartoons, were created strictly for the purpose of selling toys. And this cartoon right here is one of, if you're asking me, one of the better versions of those cartoons. Basically, Action Man is the story of Alex Mann, who is a world-famous extreme sports athlete. In addition to all of the athletic prowess that he has, again, being an extreme sports athlete, he has mental powers, like enhanced mental abilities, but these things only happen to him in times of extreme duress. As I said before, my man is literally an action star. So you really gotta take in what type of shit is going on in the moment for him to be like, oh shit, I need to use my powers, So Alex, along with his team, which was also super diverse before it was cool to be diverse, they travel all across the world competing in extreme sports events while also trying to stop Dr. X, who is a maniacal mad scientist who's hell-bent on taking over the world using Alex's powers as a prototype to create an army of super soldiers. I know, there's a lot going on, but the show went in, I'm telling you. On top of fighting Dr. X, Alex and his team, they also have to deal with all of Dr. X's minions and henchmen. That part was actually pretty cool though, because just about every henchman or like B-level villain in the show had some type of personal vendetta, either against Alex or against a member of his team. So, it kind of added that personal element to it. On top of all of these things going on as well, Alex is literally trying to figure out his powers and come to terms with them and really solve the mysteries of how he got them in the first place. And the person who is there to help him really discover his powers is his old high school coach from way back in the day. Apparently in the show, there was this thing where his high school coach was doing experiments on kids. From a moral standpoint, that's obviously a story for a whole different video, but from the show's standpoint, the shit, it really went in. Like, I can't say that enough. The fight scenes and just the overall action sequences and set pieces in this show, fantastic.
To this day!
One thing that I always loved about this show is how they would really highlight his mental abilities. If you're watching this and you don't really know what I'm talking about, don't think of mental abilities in terms of like he's telepathic or telekinetic or he's super smart like Einstein, but think almost more of like MacGyver, but on a physical level, if that makes sense. Like no matter what you did to him, he would always be able to think his way out of every situation. And again, he'd figure out the most extreme way to do it. It was the early 2000s and everything had to be extreme, but I'm telling you, Action Man, he was about that life. Like just listen to me when I tell you that. If If you're a fan of retro cartoons with a similar CGI aesthetic, ReBoot would be the show for you. I made a video about that show and I've left the link in the description below. You should really go down and check it out. From a production standpoint, as I said, this show was literally built around the toys. Unfortunately, toy sales and TV ratings for this show, they were never really the best, and it was canceled after just 2 seasons. Action Man, as in the character though, he's stuck around for quite a while, albeit in very different incarnations. There used to be this show, again, I'm dating myself here, called Adam. It came out well after this Action Man show came out, and that was supposed to be like a different reboot on the character. The Adam show, if you're asking me, it never really quite hit the same. But if you guys want to, comment down below and I can definitely do a review of the Adam show and let you guys kind of know what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, this Action Man show, so the 2000s one I'm talking about now, it's not available to stream anywhere, but if you're really looking hard, you can find some episodes of it on YouTube for free. As a whole, this was just one of my favorite cartoons to watch when I was a kid. Low key, and this sounds so terrible, I even used to lie to my grandmother and tell her that this show was educational because of all of the math stuff. So this was one of the few cartoons that she would actually let me watch when I went to her house. R.I.P. Grandma. Honestly though, this show, for me at least, it had it all. Like, it had a really cool concept, the fights were wicked, and the theme song for this show, like, dog, the theme song itself is worth the watch, I'm telling you. I just wanted to let you guys know why I thought Action Man was a true hidden gem. Please check it out if you get the chance. Thank you if you've made it this far. If you're a fan of this type of content, I'm gonna need you to like, subscribe, and comment down below on which other shows you guys think were true hidden gems. Stay safe. Later days.